Okay, so thank you so much for everybody for jumping on, you absolute stars. I wanted to do this following on from our training last week where Lucy set you guys some goals and you wrote in the chat what your goals were by, what did we do? What date did we put it for, Luce?
Well, I actually asked everybody to send me their plan by today.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And I thank you to the people that have. You girls are freaking awesome. However, because obviously I've just got off the retreat, we decided that you were going to do training this week.
Yeah.
So you've been lucky, mofos. You've got one more week till I get my grubby little mitts on you. So, guys, I really, really love the stuff that I've been sent. However, I feel that we can do so much better.
Yes.
Is that fair to say? The people that have sent it to me, are you in agreement? Yeah, we can do so much better. So what I want to do, if it's okay with Luce, is her do training tonight. I'm going to just jump on and have a couple of minutes at the end, if that's okay, and I get you guys permission. Obviously, I'm still awake by then. And then let's get really super clear what it is that I'm looking for so that next week we can actually pull these plans together and actually start making a difference. How does that feel with you guys?
Perfect.
Okay.
I love
awesome.
that.
Thanks, Liz.
Awesome. So yeah, so what I want to do, because I know we actually haven't done one of these types of calls for a while, and I know with the Australian team we do this every month, just going over the promotions. I'm not going to go over qualifying because I know there's not a lot of you that are at that position yet, but and we can do it as a separate call, but what I really want to break down is the positions up to SC, so you know in your head what you need. And then what we can do, and with the help of Lucy next week, is really break it down even more than you already have. And I'm actually going to share with you a little bit like what IMD is going to look like for me and Luce and how we have to break it down. And you'll see like the mammoth task of, you know, and how all the team come together. And this is exactly what we would have done for NMD as well. But IMD is just so much bigger. So what I really want you to think about is not only
go.
Go.
Sorry to interrupt you. IMD is double NMD, so it's huge. It's such a mammoth thing, but you know what? We're going to do it because our teams are amazing, right? Just what we do. We just get shit done. But I love that we are going to break down these first promotions. So for the girls, I know a lot of my girls are going to be watching this back this week, but for the girls that I can see from my team on here, make sure that you pay attention to these first few promotions, okay? Lucy's going to map it out step by step, how we do it. I imagine she's going to do it in a couple of different ways as well, with team and without team. So please pay attention. Remember, with team is a hell of a lot less hassle on you, okay? And this is for everybody. Right, sorry, Lisa, I'm going to shut up.
No, that's fine. Jump in whenever you need to. Can everybody just pop in the chat at what level you're at right now? Don't worry about where you want to be. I just want to know where you're at right now so I know how many people I'm talking to about different things. Now, when you're thinking about your next promotion, yes, the title is great. But from anything that I have learned, title means nothing if you don't have a plan or a stable business. When I say stable business, that is a business of capsules, you know, where it comes out every single month. So don't be building, you know, upfront shake orders and booster orders and things like that, where they're not going to reship or they're not going to come out the next month. Perfect. Lots of dealers and DDs, SDDs and SCs. Perfect. Awesome. Thanks, guys. What I really want you to think about is what's the life that you want to live, and what income do you want to bring in? So, you know, you could say, oh, I want to be NMD by this time. That's great. But I want you to put an income next to it, because I can assure you every single NMD earns completely different money. You know, NMD doesn't guarantee you a wage. And I'll be really honest with you guys, because this is what me and Lucy are all about, transparency. There's SCs in my business that are earning more money than me right now. SCs are earning more money than me as an NMD, just because they have right now a stronger team. And it's just the way everything works. So And that's why, you know, I love it when people say, oh, it's a pyramid scheme. And I'm like, you know what? There's probably about 10 people in my team that earn more than me. So that actually, that doesn't work. People at the top don't earn all the money. But we will get there. We will get back there. So what I want you to do is have a think about where you want to go. Now, I would love you guys to set a goal for March, because we're going to have our Sassy event in March. And then I want you to set a goal for May, which is when the conference is. So I want you to set 2 goals. Where do you want to be for March and where do you want to be for May? I'm the same as Luce. I want IMD for May, and I haven't worked out what my March goal is yet, but we'll get there. But what I want you to do is, if you are a DD right now, I don't want you to say you're going to be SDD by May, because guys, that's so easy. That's going to happen. Or if you're a dealer going for DD, that's 5 orders and you've got 6 months. So I want you to really push yourself. Don't just set a goal because, oh yeah, that's easy. I really want you to push yourself. You know, if you're a dealer, why not try and aim for SDD qualified by May next year? You know, let's really push ourselves to get there. If you want to push yourself to hit an MD, people have done it in 6 months. Like, if you really want to go for it, go for it. I'm going to break these down. And what I want you to do then is break down what you need to do every single day to hit those orders and where you want to go. So I know this is going to come up backwards, but I actually think when I upload this to YouTube, it might flip the screen. But you guys, I will say this and you guys can read it out loud. And Sabine, I will also use the European numbers as well. I just don't know the capsule numbers off the top of my head, but I know you have got them, so that's okay. So if you are a dealer right now, let's have a fat pen. Hold on. See this one next. If you're a dealer right now, which means you're either brand new into the company or haven't yet hit your first promotion, what you need is 800. Oh my God, all my pens are like running out. 825 points if you're in the UK, 1,000 points if you're in Europe, Ireland or Europe. Now, 825 points. I'm only going to talk premium pack, guys, and shakes, because they're the only 2. There's just the easiest ones to talk about. If you're thinking of a premium pack is 216 points. That means you only need 4 of those to hit your first promotion. Now, that is in a 30-day block. So you used to have to hit it by within that month. So you used to have to hit it by the end of this month, and then next month it would roll over to 0. It's now actually any 30-day period. So if you wanted to start, if you get off this call today and go, right, I'm going to gun it for DD, I'm going to get my 825 points, you will have until, whatever the date is today, you will have until the 18th of December to hit that. And you can go through and you can pick any block of 30 days. So when you call up head office or you let your upline know, you just let them know what date it is from. This is something that I only learned like literally last month. So 825 points. If you break it down into premium packs, it's 216 points each. Or if you break it down into shakes, it's 144, which is about 6 shake orders, or a mixture of both. Super, super simple. If you have to do that all yourself, you cannot do that with a team member. Must be all your own orders, all your own orders. If you miss that fast track, you can cumulatively, okay guys, I call it slow track just because that's what's always been ingrained in my head. So when I say slow track, I mean like cumulative, which just means from the day you started, there is no time limit. So if you started, say, 5 months ago and you've just had a couple of orders each month, this might be what you want to go for. Now, slow track is 2,500 points. So it's a lot more than that 825. Now 2,500, break that down. You can only get that number by calling head office and asking them what your numbers are if you've been in the business longer than 6 months. We can't pull our reports back longer than that. And so if you have been in the business for a while and want to know what your numbers are, reach out to your upline or give head office a call and just ask them where you're at right now. You might be at 2,000 points. You might have collected those. So you know you only need 500 points, and it will really give you that push to keep going. The next one, I'm going to get a different pen. Let's get a blue. I think you were. The next one, now there's a few ways to do this one. DD to SDD. Now, guys, you really, really, really want to be aiming for SDD qualified. That's when you have a stable business. That's when you're recognized as a club level. And that's when you're building for NMD or, you know, Q, NMD above, you want a whole team of SDD qualifieds. So they talk about being an SDD factory. That's really what you want. And that's where you're going to see roughly your £400 to £500 a month, maybe, residual income if you are at an SDD qualified level. And we'll do a qualifying call, completely different training to this because that's quite a lot to get your head around. Now, to do SDD fast track, it's 3,250 points in a 30-day span. Again, any 30-day span. So I didn't write these ones down. 3250 divided by 216 is 15 premium packs. So that's what you're going to do. Break it down into premium packs. Right. So I've got 15 prem packs. That's one prem pack every other day for the month. You can do all of this number yourself. You do not have to have a team member. However, it's a lot easier if you do have a team member. And let me show you what the easiest, now, hold on, let me not say easy. The simplest way to do this is this way. Here's you, and you've got your 825 points, okay? Find 3 people who also want to get 825 points. They might want a family account. You know, there might be a husband and wife that want to get on a premium pack and the shakes. They're nearly there at 825 points. Why not sign them up to have a family account? They pay £50. You know, they can make back some commission. They make back that £50 quite quickly, and they are then in charge of their own family's account. They can sign up some of their friends if they want to, and they get the products cheaper. Or that they might know someone who just wants a bit of extra income. You know, you guys know how it works. So if you find then 3 people who will get 825 points each, that's only 4 prem packs each. You've done it in a month. Now, 4 prem packs to yourself versus 15 prem packs to yourself. What sounds more simple? Definitely this way. And guys, then you can build a team and you can do this with people. And you know, these people, one person might get 6, one person might get 2. You know, you understand how it goes. You might only have 1 team member. But understand that right now, you can only take 50% of the points from your team member. Come January, maybe they might keep the 50% rule. Me and Lucy are hoping so. Makes IMD a little bit easier.
There is no hope taking place right now. No, I'm manifesting the shit out of it.
I messaged head office today. I was like, it'd be so great if that just continued.
I've spoken to Mateus about it a couple of times. I'm like, listen.
I think they're thinking about it. I don't know if they know. I think they're thinking about it.
Well, it's the only way that people have been getting promotions, right? So
Exactly. Otherwise, guys, come January, you can only take 30%, which is really hard for my brain to work out. But basically, it means you can only take 975 max from a team member. So if you don't understand that, let me do this again. 3,250 points in 30 days, any 30-day span for SDD Fast Track. And that will get you the £100 bonus if you do it first month. And then if you reconfirm it the second month, you get £200. That's £300 in total. Simplest way to do it, get 825 points yourself. And guys, if you're running for 825 points because you're running for DD this month, why not just find 3 people and get them to DD this month and you've done it? It makes so much sense. Otherwise, you're going to get 825 points this month. And then next month it starts again from 0. You've got to do it all over again. So much easier if you just do it all at once. Then find 3 people who do the same and you're done. And that's so easy to break down. 4 premium packs each. That's 1 premium pack a week. If your ratio is, so go on, Antonia.
Can I just ask, so say you decided to do your 30-day period over the space of 2 months.
Yeah.
Would you then put the Christmas bonus in that as well? So like, if
I'm
it's
literally, I will cover that 2-month one next.
Okay, because I was just going to say, if it's like the last 2 weeks of 1 month and the first 2 of another, could you then combine all of that in one?
So your Christmas bonus has to be monthly. So the £80 that you can get, you need to have 5 orders and 1 team member in November and 5 team members and 1 order in December to get it both times. Doesn't matter what level you're at, doesn't matter where you're going to get that. That's totally separate to this bonus.
But say you crammed it all into 1 month that just started mid-month, then it could be like in one 30-day period you get all of that?
No, so the £80 is only per month. You have to get it in like in November. It can't be a 30-day period. So
you'd have to do it in the 2 weeks of the month, basically.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to do it in 2 weeks of the next month. So you'd have to do your 5 + 1 in the last 2 weeks of November, and then your 5 + 1 in the first 2 weeks of December to get it in both months.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. So you
can absolutely, babe, absolutely. But you're gonna, you've just got to make sure that you do the requirements in the month.
Yeah. Sorry, that's
so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you start today to the end of the month, or if you started on the first of the month.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
So there's that way to do it. Now, the second way, so there's 3 ways you can hit SDD. Second way is over 2 months. So you can do 3,250 over 60 days. That's a 60-day period. Pick whatever 60-day period you want to, but you do not get the bonus. You only get the promotion. Now, a lot of people say to me, oh God, but I really want to do it with the bonus. Yes, getting the bonus is great, but also if you're going to hit it over 2 months or slow track, go for the pay rise. Go for the promotion, because that pay rise is going to make a difference long term. Yes, an extra £100 is great. Yes, an extra £200 is great. But by unlocking that next level, you're increasing your pay, which makes more, which is better. And you're then unlocking the potential to be qualified, which is an extra 2% on your business anyway. So, or 3%. Lucy, is it 2 or 3%? Qualifying.
Sorry, babe. Which qualifying.
Qualifying. Do you pick up an extra 3% or an extra 2%? Is it 2? And then it's 3% extra for POB to make that. Okay.
Yes, that's correct.
So you pick up an extra 2% on your business. Now, guys, let me break this down to you. For qualifying, if I do not qualify 1 month, it can be the difference of £2,000 in my paycheck, because the team is that massive. So if you think, 2%, big deal. Okay, might be not a big deal if you haven't got any team. But as you start growing team, it does make a big difference. It could be an extra £50, could be an extra £100, but that makes a big difference. And that's just extra money that the company's giving you. So without fail, me and Luce have to qualify every month. Because guess what? If I don't qualify, that money rolls up to my upline. I don't want my upline to have my £2,000. It's mine.
And anybody that is that isn't SDD, get yourself there ASAP and get yourself qualified, because that's when you start to unlock the money. Like, not enough people talk about this, and I know we're not going to do it tonight because we're going to do a separate call. If you are a dealer to SDD, you get your butts in gear and get to SDD ASAP. If you're SDD, get yourself qualified ASAP. Non-negotiable, guys. What tends to happen is people in this business go, yeah, we're going to smash SDD, we're going to get it done, and then they go, I'm just going to take my foot off the gas because I've hit that target. Nah. Qualifying is the minimum place where you want to be with your business every single month without fail. And it's something that I am on my team's arses literally at the start of the month.
And how good now that our VO's changed. So for those of you who are SDD and above, you will see that the VO now tells you what your qualifying is going to be. If you, before, you used to just have to work it out through reports, which is extremely painful. Now it literally tells you where you need to be. So I can look right now and I can see I'm 220 points off qualifying this month. So I know I've got to go and find me some orders. So just giving you a bit of a heads up with that one, it's something to really think about. Now, if you're going to do it over 2 months, it's just 3,250 points over 2 months or over a 60-day span. Pick whatever 60-day span you want to do, get that promotion done. Again, you can have team, you don't have to have team, it is a lot easier. And again, you can only pick up 50% at the moment from those 30%.
Can I just say something? Guys, you do want to have team. Like, I know Luce just said you don't have to have team. You want to have team. This business is fucking lonely without.
Yes.
Really sorry, I'm dropping the F-bombs like they're hot today because I've been on a retreat for 4 days and literally stepped all these women through all of their emotional trauma. So I'm like dropping it like it's hot. So my apologies if there's any kids listening, but it is a non-negotiable, guys. Get your business to SDD and qualified, but get yourself teamies, because it's the only way you're going to have fun in this business. Genuinely, it's the only way you're going to have fun. Who joined this business for community? Right? Yes, we wanted a bit of side hustle cash, right? We wanted a bit of side hustle cash, but we wanted to be around the radiators of the world. We wanted to be around the light bringers of the world. So guys, could be one yourself. We have to do this together. We have to link arms together to do this. Why do you think Luce and I have buddied up? Because we've seen that we can create much more momentum joining forces. And Luce doesn't earn anything from me. I don't earn anything from Luce. But we're doing this as a collective because we know communities are what this business is about.
So
if you're too scared, exactly. If you're too scared to open your mouth and speak about the business, you need to go and ask yourself what it is that you're fearful of, guys. I'm going to shut up now, Lou. Sorry.
No, that's all right. And yeah, absolutely. And if you are there, let us know. Like, please, guys, please don't sit there and think, oh, like, don't let another month pass thinking, oh, I could have approached that person about the team, but I'm too scared. Let us help you do it. We can do 3-way chats. We can talk to them for you. We can help you create messages. We can help you break through whatever limiting belief you have around the business or around talking to people. And trust me, I had to have it. My upline had to kick my ass. I had a real limiting belief about network marketing because my mum used to do it and she failed miserably. So I had to get through that. But I got through it quickly because I noticed that people were being attracted to joining the team. And, you know, most of you on this call know Stacey. She joined my team quite quickly. So yeah, that's another way to do it. So the third way is Slow Track. That's 5,000 points, 6,000 for Europe and Ireland. But Sabine, you're already at SDD, so that's all right. Again, there's no promotion for that one, and it's from the day you start till whenever. It includes all of your team's points. There's no split, so there's no like 50%, 30%. If you've only ever got one order and your team member is just like I don't know, your team members all of a sudden got to NMD and got loads of orders, you can get there through the slow track route. Now, something to note, if you do go for the 2-month option or the slow track option, you can still pick up your bonus, but you do still have to do the requirement of 3,250 in 1 month. So say, for example, you hit slow track SDD, you've hit it, and all of a sudden a light bulb's flicked and you're starting to get some orders in, team are coming in. Let's track it to see if you're going to get that 3,250 in 1 month. And let's just pick you up that £100, and you can go for that anytime. If you hit SDD 5 months ago, slow track, and all of a sudden this month you've done 3,250 points, we can still get you that bonus money. You do have to hit it again the following month to pick up the extra £200. So it must be a consecutive month. So that one is SDD, and it must be 2 months together. If you miss it the next month, you'll have to do it again, but you obviously don't pick up the other £100 again, but you still have the chance to go for that £200. A bonus is never lost, and that's what I love about the UK and European marketing plan. In Australia, once you've missed it, you've missed it. You can't go and get it. You can't go back and get it. In the UK, you have the chance to go for all of this bonus money. £78,000 is on the table at the moment. Insane, an absolutely insane amount of money. Now, finally, SC. So SC is a pinnacle position in the sense of you earn absolutely 100% of the commission yourself. So for you guys right now who aren't SCs, some of your commission is rolling to your upline. So Gemma, some of yours is rolling up to Tish. Lizzie, yours is rolling up to Kelly. Antonia, yours is rolling up to me. We want you to earn all of that commission yourself. Once you hit SC, you do. You're earning nearly double as an SC as what you would as a dealer, which is huge. It's just over £40 a premium pack. That's amazing compared to £20 a premium pack. You know, I'd jump out of bed for £40 a premium pack more than a £20 premium pack. Go on, Luce.
Yeah, I was just going to say, just to my girls on the call and any of my girls watching this back, what Luce has just said should be capturing your attention. That's huge to be earning off of one premium pack sale, right?
Mm.
Think about it. You do 10 of those, game-changing amount of money each month.
100%.
That can be the difference between, a bit of a holiday fund, a decent Christmas, getting off your benefits. Like, that's a huge amount of money, guys. So please bear that in mind when you think, God, I can't speak to that person, or I'm not sure I can reach out to that person. I know they messaged me before, but I don't want to harass them. Oh, I'm too scared to speak to this potential teamie. Think about it.
Mm. Go for, just go for it. If they say no, they say no, move on to the next one. But if they say yes, what if that person has just tipped you over to get to SC and you've just doubled your income? Huge.
And even better, what if you find the next Lucy Davis, Luce Hawkins, or any of the other NMDs that that you girls are around? Like, think about it. When the girl that introduced me to the business, I told her she was absolutely crazy and I wouldn't join. So she signed me up without me even knowing. I didn't even know that I joined this business, guys. And then I got to NMD before she did. Like, imagine that. You do not know who you are finding in the dirt. And she did find me in the dirt.
And you also don't know who your team is going to find. So I told the person that introduced it to me, I didn't want to have any team and I only wanted to earn $100 to $200 extra a month. And then Stacey joined my team within 3 or 4 days, and I'd only met her at the soccer club a couple of times. And then she signed up Naomi, who smashed NMD before both of us. So she smashed NMD just over 8 months, I think, and has a huge team, and she met her once on a night out. That's it. nuts, completely nuts. And now her mum is going to hit NMD. Her mum nearly hit NMD before me. So I had a second gen and a third gen nearly hit NMD before I did. And then Stacey obviously hit it the month after me. So you absolutely never know where they're going to come from. It absolutely blows my mind. But to hit SC,
and I just, sorry, Luce, just one last point. And guys, there is no, there isn't a lookalike or, a certain avatar that gets to NMD. If you look on the stage at conference, when you guys go to conference next time, you'll look and you'll be like, oh my God, none of them look the same. None of them act the same. They're all different shapes and sizes and colors and all sorts of things. So please do not go down the route of, oh, well, I don't do whatever. I don't do professional Muay Thai like Lucy does. I don't speak publicly like Lucy does. That kind of stuff. Don't ever compare yourself, guys, because anybody can do this business. Literally, I'm gonna be so fucking blunt because I've been all weekend, so why change the habit of a lifetime? It's down to fucking laziness, guys.
And your willingness inside to change. Do you know what?
We get in here and we talk ourselves out of it, and that basically boils down to laziness, guys. So as soon as we step out of that mode, and I love the fact that Siobhan is nodding her head, because she's been there. Like, all we need to do is go, not today, this is what's happening for me, because it can change our lives.
Lucy, do you remember in America we had all the Aussie NMD speak, and we had that Jessica, and she was really young. I did not know her story. Okay, and when I was watching her at retreat and stuff, I thought, wow, she's really quite young, and how did she hit NMD? She was an ice addict, wasn't she? Crystal meth addict. Pretty sure that's what she, so she was a crystal meth addict at a very, very young age, because she hit NMD at 21. And when she shared that, my jaw dropped to the floor, because I was like, oh my goodness. And when she shared her story, and I'm going to find it because it is on YouTube, and I'm going to share it with you guys, because you guys will be really blown away. When you watch those NMD videos, not one has ever been the same. And I'm so inspired by so many of them, because you think someone's journey, or you think, oh, you're a nutritionist, so this has just been so easy for you. Then they share their story of where they've come from, and you're like, wow, okay, I actually know 2 people like you. Right, I'm going to go and share this video with them. So that's, going off tangent a little bit, honestly, watching those videos inspires me to go and talk to other people, because they are, there's some pretty
and I want to be honest with you guys. People say to me, oh, it's been easy for you because you're a nutritionist. When I started this business, I had no freaking nutritional qualifications. None.
I still have none.
Well, no, this is the thing, right? I don't even use mine. I try and avoid that conversation these days, because I don't like what they tell me I've got to practice, so I don't practice it. I stick to the woo-woo shit. I'm better at it.
All right, guys. So sales coordinator, fast track is 6,500 points in 1 calendar month. You also must be qualified yourself. So you must be qualified to hit SC, and that is for Europe and the UK. So to hit SC, you must do 6,500 and you must be qualified. Highly likely you will qualify if you've got this much volume anyway, unless all of your team are contributing and they are SDD, because you cannot pick up qualifying points from SDDs in your team. Hit that and you get £400, hit it again and you get £500. So that's nearly £1,000 just in bonus money. So that is a pretty good paycheck. Now, I highly recommend doing it this way. You do have to have a DD within your team. So you have to have team to hit SC fast track. You must have a DD at least. I highly recommend you have 3 of them, and you can break it down to 1,625 points each. So if you're running for SC, if SC is one of your goals, write that down. 1,625 points for yourself and each of your 3 team members. So if each 3 team member also gets that, let's break that down into a premium pack. 1625 divided by 216, 7.5 prem packs each, or obviously a mixture of all the other products if you need to. 7.5, just over, what's that, one and a half premium packs a week each for the month. How many conversations does that need to be? I know myself, 1 in 10 conversations for me turns into a team member or a customer. So if I'm doing this and I need to have, say I need to do 2 premium packs a week, I know I need to have at least 20 conversations, at least 20 conversations a week to be able to convert 2 of those. Okay, so that's how you want to work it out. If you don't know what your ratio is, run with a 1 in 10 ratio. Okay, run with that one. That seems to be sort of the average. You can do it with more team. So you can do it with 5 team. Obviously, there's less that they need to each get, but you must hit 825 yourself that month. So you have to at least get 4 premium packs that month yourself, or again, the equivalent. So 825 points every single month should be a minimum of what you're getting anyway, or 1,000 points for Europe and Ireland. Without fail, you should always want to be doing 825. Why? Because if you're doing that each month, your paycheck is going to grow and your business is going to be stable. Because then at the end of that 4 months, if you've got a few cancellations, it doesn't matter, because in months 2, 3, and 4, you signed up 4 more people each month. So it's all going to tick over really nicely. And if you're brand new, that is, you know, with a warm market, that's totally doable. Now, again, you can do this. There is 2 other ways you can do this. One I'm not 100% familiar with. Yes, I am. This is the way we did it for you, Kelly. I'm just trying to work out what it is. Right. If you want to do this slow track, so that's since the day you started, you need 15,000 points since the start date, and you need 3 DDs. So you have to have 3 DDs in your team slow track. You only need 1 DD if you're doing fast track, but it's much easier if you do it this way. There is also, and there's no bonus for that one, there is another way you can do it, and that's over 6 months. If you do 6,500 points over 6 months with 3 DDs, you can hit it again. So you can hit it that way. So 6,500 points, just like the fast track, over a 6-month period or 180-day period. But you must have 3 DDs, and they must be within those dates as well. But again, no bonus for that one. Now, I know, Kelly, when we did it, we needed an SDD. It is just DDs now. So does that make sense to anyone? Does anyone have any questions at all on any of the promotions I've gone through, or want me to run through the numbers again? Sabine, it's 8,000 for you, isn't it? Fast track. Yeah, perfect. Everyone's cool? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, Luce, I will hand it over to you for what you want them to do for next week.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for wrapping it up early. Who's excited other than me that we're finishing early tonight? Guys, so let's, so I had a couple of people message me their plans, right? And I'm going to be honest, it was great that I got them, and both I think I got 3, maybe 4 people actually. I was going to say both, meaning 2, but I think I got 3 or 4 people, and you were all like, oh my God, I'm really sorry. I should have done this sooner. That's okay. It's great that you gave it a bit of thought. However, we're going to give you a second chance to do this. And this goes to everybody on the call. And I'm going to take a photo so I've got all of your names so I can hold you accountable next week. And to anyone who is not on the call right now, I like Siobhan, hiding your face won't work, darling. I've got your name. I know where you live. Guys, I need you to be a little bit more specific. Like, doing the similar kind of stuff that you do today is not going to create you a business that you want, okay? How many people, be specific. Oh, you sent it to Luce. Okay, Luce, you're going to have to send me Sabine's, babe. Or just keep it and we can go through them next week, whatever. How many people is it that you're going to speak to? I'm going to speak to more people. Doesn't mean a lot. I don't know how many people you're speaking to right now, girls. So somebody told me once, when I first joined the business, that I needed to speak to 10 people every single day. And if I spoke to 10 different people every single day, I'd get an NMD business. How many people are you speaking to each day? How many new conversations are you having, or are you going back to old conversations? This is the stuff that I want to know from you guys, because if you tell me I'm going to have this amount of conversations, I'm going to speak to this amount of new people, I can then hold you accountable. In 6 months' time, when you're still not NMD, I can say, well, you can't be doing this.
Or are you speaking to 10 people, but is it just, hi, I sell Juice Plus, would you like to buy from me? That's not, that's not, I can promise you, I tried it. And it makes me cringe now when some people message me and I see the last message I sent them and it's one of those, and I'm thinking, oh no, you were one of the people that I vomited all over. I'm super embarrassed now.
And they're the ones that you go and apologise to, because then they end up coming customers.
Yes, exactly.
So, Tish, I love the fact that you've put, I'm a bugger for going back to old conversations. Do you mean that you forget to go back to them, or you keep going back there in the hope that they've changed their mind? Tell me which way that is, because it's really good to do that. Right, you keep going back. So I was the complete opposite. The way that I got my NMD, and I want to be really honest with you guys, I'm all about starting new conversations. Can you believe that about me? I'll have a little chat, right? I go and speak to everybody. Any of my girls that come out for dinner with me, any of my girls that do a hustle day with me, any of my girls that get on a plane, bus, train, automobile, whatever with me, I will talk to everybody that I see. Everybody. Now, 9 times out of 10, people say to me, oh my God, are you on social media? We need to keep connected. I don't mention Juice Plus, but what they then do is they follow me, they stalk me, they look at my pictures, they look at my stories, and they go, shit, I want some of what you've got. What the fuck is it? Now, I want to be honest with you guys. Like I say, I'm very good at starting new conversations. I'm shit at follow-up. Totally useless at it. And it has to be a balance. Now, what got me my NMD last April is I had my upline sat next to me, and me and her sat there and we went through all of the conversations that I had initiated, where people had said, send me information. I'd sent them information and I had never responded. That's how I got my NMD.
That's exactly what I did with my uplines, because my follow-up was terrible. And I'm exactly the same as Luce, but less face-to-face. Mine's more online, and that's purely because of lifestyle, and that's just how it is.
It's irrelevant how you start these conversations, guys, whether they're online or face-to-face. It's totally irrelevant. It's the same principle. It's the same outcome. Okay. I don't even talk to my team about building online or offline anymore. Like, I'm just going to share what I do. And that is post on social media, have lots of conversations. You take whichever one you want to do. I'm okay with that. But if you're not having conversations, you're not going to build a business. And what I say to my team is, I don't care what you're talking to people about. Start the conversations, because what happens with the law of generosity, you give out, you get more back. So if you stop and have a conversation with somebody and you chat, chances are you're going to get chat coming back at you. And then then you realize, like I do now, that actually I don't have to go and start these conversations. All I need to do is be there, receive, and what happens? Everybody asks to join my social media to keep in touch with me. Nobody ever asks for my phone number, ever. They say, are you on Facebook? Are you on Instagram? Now, for me, my preferred platform is Facebook. So I say, here's my Facebook. And they're like, fucking hell, look at you. You're like, I get a message within like minutes. Oh my God, yeah, like you're a cool chick. I'm like, cool, keep following me, because you'll either attend Self-Love Club, you'll either sign up for my capsules, you'll either join my business or whatever. Because that's what happens by utilizing these tools, guys. So can I please have commitment from each and every one of you, from a thumbs up, like so, to say that you are going to write a decent plan for me in the next week. Now, if I was you, I'm going to give you a top tip. If I was you, I would get off this call and I would write it now and I would send it to me, because trust me, come next Monday, you're going to be like, can I send Lucy something?
We've actually had, Antonia actually shared a really, really good plan with us, which even broke down to when trainings were, what personal development she'd do every day, how many conversations needed to be had. That was probably the most detailed plan I've ever seen. And I was like, wow, she's just kicked my butt. But also, I just want to say, off the back of what Luke said, having more conversations, I really want to stress how much you don't have to talk about Juice Plus. I signed up a new teamie yesterday, and I started the conversations because she posted to a Facebook group she wanted to move to London and wanted some advice. And I just commented and said, whereabouts in London? What are you doing for a job? Rah, rah. We started having a conversation in this group. I just sent her a PM and I just was like, hey, just going to talk to you on here so it doesn't clog up that feed. We were just talking, just literally chit chat. And then it just ended. She obviously added me as a friend, followed my stuff, had liked a few of my posts. And then all of a sudden one day I just get this message and was like, hey, so could I do that business around working in the corporate world? And I'm like, yes, you can. Here's my story. And there we go. And that is literally how most of the people who I don't know, as in like outside of my friends network, join the team, is because I've just chatted to them in a group or chatted to them. I'm, somehow friends with them, give them so much love. And, that's another thing Antonia had on her plan was comment on like 5 people in the team's posts today, to help them comment on this many other people's posts and show them some love. Like, people will always remember if you're super nice to them, or they'll remember if you're super nasty, but you don't really want to be known for that. Everyone remembers you when you're complimenting them or just being really nice. One girl, the last like 2 weeks, there's this one girl on my Facebook who keeps tagging me in wife, mum, boss stuff. And I'm like, that's so cute. I've never met you, but that's the perception she has of me because of all the conversations that we have. So just be really aware of that. Don't always think you have to talk about Juice Plus. You don't always have to talk about health. You can literally talk about anything.
Yeah, I just want to actually add to that as well. I don't ever, if you go on my social media, guys, and scroll back, you won't find anything Juice Plus related. Genuinely, you won't. It's very, very rare that I share anything to do with Juice Plus because I love having conversations with people. I want to understand things about them, and it's no good. Yeah, awesome. That looks like a great plan. That's really cool.
That's it.
Love it. Love it. That's amazing, right? Absolutely amazing. So this is how specific I want you guys to be. And I love the fact that you've actually heard the words that I used last week, babe. Like, really, really glad that you heard the words. But we need to take this to, a whole new level. Yours is great. Some of the others, we've got a little bit of development work to do. So that was a great example. Anyway, just remember, you do not need to talk about Juice Plus to get somebody to sign up to your team. You do not need to talk about Juice Plus to get somebody to sign up to products. What do you do for a living? Oh, well, I help people. Oh, how do you help people? You know which words you like to use and which words you don't like to use. Start with conversations like that. Oh, and how do you do that? And that's how you sweep Juice Plus in. You don't need to be like, hey, Juice Plus spam. You don't need to be like that. And I know that there's certainly a few people in my team that have been doing that in the past that are now evolving because they've spent time at conference and stuff like that. So first and foremost, if you haven't got your conference tickets, buy them for May. Secondly, please, can I have the commitment from you guys to re-look at this and revamp it in readiness for next week's training? Yeah, thank you. Awesome. I'm going to shut up now, Luz.
I was going to say, I'll just really quickly break down for you guys what IMD is looking like. So you guys know the sort of detailed plan. Like, I haven't even finished my detail. This is my detailed plan for IMD so far. This is just literally, it's literally events, what events I've got to run, how many things I've got to do, how many other, all sorts of stuff. But this is, and I'm just going to show you guys what IMD is looking like, only because I mapped this out today, so it's off the top of my head. So I'm going to get it up on my little thing as well. But my little, where are we? So for IMD, we're looking at 80,000 pay line. Now, when I say 80,000 pay line, that's not 216 points per premium pack. That's 54 points per premium pack if someone pays on installments. So if you are breaking this down, I did have these numbers, I've shown them with Kelly the other day, divided by 54. That's 1,481 premium packs on installments to go through my business in 1 month. So what does it look like at the moment? At the moment, I've got 40,000 maxed from my NMD leg. Awesome. The 40,000's already chopped off, and that's the...
It looks a bit, maybe.
Sorry,
hello?
Sorry, good old Virgin Media. So...
Okay. We'll let you off. I didn't listen what you were talking about, otherwise I would have carried on.
So for IMD, we can take 50% from each leg. And at the moment, I'm super grateful to have an NMD leg. So I can take 40,000 out of Stacey's leg, which is maxed out. Like, I've maxed that out. I can't take any more. That's currently sitting at 40,000. So it makes no difference to me whether that team put any more orders on. I've maxed it. So I now need 40,000 from the entire rest of my team, which looks like roughly 800 premium packs. At the moment, we're sitting on just under 10,000 pay line outside of my NMD leg. So I have to break that. So I'm just breaking it down for 800. If I break down 800 in a team of 30, so that's how many we've got. That's 24 premium packs. I need every single person in my team outside of my NMD leg to get in a month. Is that possible? Yes. Is it likely? Absolutely not. So what does that tell me? I need to go and get some more team. So that's where, this is how the plan is breaking down. So I just want to show you guys how it's breaking down. So if I want to break this down even further, to say, for example, I just want more DDs. So what does that look like? So if I get 6 new team and they get 4 premium packs each, that makes up a 24, and so on and so forth. So obviously it's way more detailed than that, but my brain probably is about to fry. So that's how much we're breaking it down. So when I see all that, I'm like, right, okay, cool. I need to get, so I've actually put that I need to grow 6 SDD PB wide. So I need 6 more frontline SDD qualified to make IMD comfortable. And by comfortable, I mean that I know we'll hit it and then we'll reconfirm and we'll reconfirm, because I don't want to miss out on that 15 grand. Like, that's a lot of bonus money to miss out on if you don't reconfirm it. I've got to break down what 6 SDDs look like. What does that business look like? That business looks like what was on that other page. So yes, I need 6 frontline, but they all need 3 frontline themselves. So you can see how much goes into this. Then I have to work out, right, how many trainings am I going to do? Who do I need to talk to every single week? What events do I need to run? How many customers do I need to put on myself? What incentives do I need to run? How much can I afford to run with incentives? And that's what's all in this, which my darling daughter rubbed the bottom of it off today. So I've now got to put the whiteboard higher so she can't do it. So that's how detailed we have to get. And that's how detailed you guys can get as well, especially if you're going for something like SC. Really break it down. What does that look like? What does that look like for your team? Okay, how many people out of the 30 do I think can do 24 premium packs in 1 month? I don't think I've even done 24 premium packs in 1 month. So how can I expect my team to do it?
I have.
Break that down. Yeah, not yet. We will. So
Do
yeah,
it.
I just thought
it's a good exercise for you.
So I just thought I'd share that with you guys so you can see this sort of level of planning and setting and breaking down that we have to do from there. And then obviously it goes to EMD and PMD, which is just even bigger. Hopefully that will just organically happen.
Even more of a head screw.
Yes. And then what drives me with this is my vision board. So I've got my vision board in front of me. That's driving this. I've got on my vision board a blank check for £20,000 from Juice Plus, dated the 10th of July 2020, which would mean if I hit IMD in May, reconfirmed it in June, my pay should be 20 grand by July. And I did this for QNMD. I had a check up there on the 10th of December for $5,000, and my check on the 10th of December was $4,995 for hitting Q&A. So that just explains a little bit there. But I think we'll wrap up. You haven't got anything else, Luce?
No, I'm good.
Good. All right, guys, get your plans, get setting, make your goal for March and your goal for May. Send it to either myself or Luce. We'll put them all together. We'll have a look, and then we'll talk next week a bit more in detail about where to go and what to do.
And Lucy Lou, I'll be seeing you next week. Ooh,
all right, take care.
All right, see you later, guys. Take care. Bye.